Here it is, Sunday evening, 10 minutes after 9, December 11th. And this is the old redneck again, with some thoughts about hypocrisy, double standards, mealy mouth, whatever you want to call it. That seems to be going through the world today, whether it be in politics, the media, or how about Google? That's going above and beyond the normal hypocrisy the everyday people have. Yeah, we all have a double standard. We say one thing, we mean another. We don't tell the whole story. We tell the parts that make us all look good. Whatever you want to call it. Well, it's the season for caring, giving, being kind to your fellow man, all that, and I don't see much of it. I see a lot of angry people. Doesn't matter if they're driving on the freeway, walking down the street, shopping in the malls. Everybody's got to get the newest, brightest, flashiest thingamabob, whatever it is. You got a new generation of people out there that seem to think toys are the best thing to have. If you work all your life for something, you're a peon. You're not worth anything if you can't just go out and plunk down, $300 for a toy or something like that. Well, I'm here to tell you, I've worked all my life. I can't afford all that kind of crap. And I'm through trying to. But back to hypocrisy. We got this election that just went through. And all through the election, you were hearing people say, well, if you have to accept the results, you have to accept the results. If you don't, you're destroying democracy. Blah, 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 fucking blah. Now we got a recount going on. Because some little twit has her skirt in an uproar. Yeah, surprisingly, it's not Hillary. It's the Green Party, Jill Stein. But it sure seems funny she couldn't raise money for her own campaign, but all of a sudden she can raise money to do a recount. And she's only doing it in certain states. Whatever. It is what it's going to be. If you're in politics, you're going to lie, you're going to be a hypocrite, whatever. But then we get to, let's start with Google. Has anybody out there ever gone to post something out on Google, and if you try to post it to public, you can't post it? It could be something innocent, like a pair of boots, or pictures of kids working on a farm, playing in dirt. You get these funny little letters from Google saying, oh, you broke our rules of conduct. But if you post them to your friends and following, it can be posted just fine. What sense does that make? You can't post pictures of boots, but you can post pictures of nudes and people fucking and all this other shit. I don't think there's a single person out there that has Google Plus that hasn't seen that on their homepage. Excuse me a minute. I'd like to know what Google, who the hell is running the show at Google? You got an innocent posting, they get upset about. Yeah, post nudes of people fucking and all this other crap. tits, ass, dick, whatever you want to call it, full frontal nudity, and it goes through with flying colors. So basically what Google's trying to say is common values are crap. Porn is good. Doesn't make any sense to me. Who appointed them to Big Brother to tell us what all we can think? I didn't. I used to think Google was the better of all the internet servers. Then you got everyday people. People that tell you they're going to do something, and it never gets done. They've always got an excuse. Oh, well, this happened and that happened and I couldn't get it done. Big fucking deal. You're not going to do something, don't say you will. And we all know people like that. You got people that are sitting here bitching about Muslims and this Sharia law that they're trying to put in place in places. Which basically means the man runs the thing, the women do exactly as they're told, don't speak, don't do nothing. But if you stop and look at our history, there's a whole lot of clans out there that already do the same damn thing. Man is the boss of the house, man speaks, women listen. You can't have it both ways, folks. We're a free and democratic society. You have to allow people to have the right to free speech. And that doesn't just mean if you're a man or you're a woman. You both have the right to free speech. You have a right to your own thoughts. Do I agree with the way people are dressing these days? No, you'd never catch me going out to a store in my pajamas. Frankly, that's laziness to me. What do I know? I'm just a 60-year-old man. I don't dress to the nines. Very rarely do. I wear what I'm comfortable in. Usually jeans and a t-shirt and boots. Now, anybody watch this probably think, yeah, you think you're so high and mighty. No, I'm as much a hypocrite as anybody else is. Have I made those mistakes? Yes. Do I hold a double standard? 90% of the time. The difference between me and most everybody else is I can admit it, and I try not to. I try not to do it, not admit it. Just got a whole lot of people out there. I call them the internet crusaders. They're big and bad behind a keyboard with their phony names, their phony profile pictures, and they all start talking the crap. They're happiest when they can get a rise out of somebody for it. You got everybody throwing out things from that the world's run by Jews to Donald Trump's a Nazi. And if you're white, you're a white supremacist. And if you're black, you're perfect. And whatever. I just want everybody to understand something. It seems really simple to me. Kind of goes back to the old school way of thinking. Something that was taught to me by my granddad. Kind of words, I think came something, kind of paraphrase from the Bible. Been a long time since I've been to church, so I could be wrong. But kind of like, let he who is without sin throw the first stone. That makes sense. There'd be no stones being thrown. How about treat everybody like you want to be treated? Especially in this season. This is the season where we're all supposed to have peace and happiness and get along with our fellow man. Oh, don't forget, you gotta go to the mall and spend $1,000. If you want to start having peace and happiness, be kind to your fellow man. Before you say a disparaging word, why don't you see if there's a different word you could use? You know? I'm not saying that you need to go out and empty your pocketbook for every homeless person that's out there, or turn the other cheek for a guy that's done you wrong. I am saying you need to put a little thought into what you're doing every day. And I'm trying to do so myself. I probably have a worse temper than most anybody out there. I'll be the first to admit it. There's a lot of crap going on in my life. It'd be very easy for me to go to the dark side. Start taking things out. That's not the answer. The answer is we all need to start coming together instead of fighting each other. Because I don't care what you think about this government or this country. I've been to a few countries in this world. And even with all our problems, in my opinion, this is still the best damn country in the world. Biggest problem we have is we are allowing the one percenters, as people are called, the elitist is another word that's used for them. I just call them the scum suckers at the top. We are allowing them to pit all of us against each other. I have seen things in this last year and a half that have frankly disgusted me. The minute you start talking politics with somebody, they're ready to fight you. How can you discuss the issues if you're constantly fighting? If you're going to be fighting about it all the time, you're only concentrating on one dimension. The people doing this to you are fighting on 7. They're trying to put everybody against everybody. And I know some of you are probably out there thinking, yeah, this is some crazy old coot who's just thinking conspiracy. I don't think it's conspiracy. I think it's all planned. Stop and think about it. Let's go with the news media. Alright. What's been in the news a lot lately? People shooting cops. Alright. Or armed robberies. You hear a lot about that. And then the anti-gun people come up, oh, if we had no guns, this wouldn't happen, blah, 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 blah. Bullshit, we were killing each other with rocks before guns. But what you don't hear on any of these news stories, there could be 9 cases where a homeowner prevented a home invasion with his gun and saved lives. But you never hear nothing about that. There are cases where people with concealed carry permits have prevented robberies of stores, carjackings, all that shit. You don't hear a damn thing on the news media about it. Do you know why? Because that shows guns in a good light. They don't want you to see that. They want you to follow the line where we must all get rid of the guns. Just like California's asinine new law to have a background check to buy ammunition. They seem to think that that's going to stop the crime on the street. I want to know what kind of drugs they're smoking. I really do. I've talked to 3 gun stores since this law went into, got approved. Not a single one of them has received any information on how this is supposed to work, how they're supposed to implement it, nothing. So how the hell is it supposed to take crime off the streets? Are they going to start searching every car as it crosses the state line to see if they have ammunition in it? We're not a police state. I digress. What I want people to start thinking about is the hypocrisy. You got hypocrisy in everything. You got hypocrisy in the real estate business. People say they're veteran friendly. We welcome veterans. Oh, but you can't pass a credit check, so you can't have an apartment. We're so sorry. Doesn't matter, the government's going to pay your rent. We can't prove anything on you, so we can't have you here. But, on the same hand, those people will accept welfare people. They will accept refugees. It makes no frigging sense to me. If this country's going to live, we're all going to have to change. We're all going to have to start treating each other as brothers and sisters and work together to fix this country. Let's all make a concentrated effort to be nicer to our fellow man, get to know your neighbors. Let's try to put this country back on the right track. It ain't all about who's got the newest and brightest and fanciest car. It's not. It's what you have in your heart. Have we all become so cynical and cold-hearted that we no longer give a damn about each other? I hope to hell not, because that's not the country I fought for. It's not the country a lot of veterans have died for over the years. It's not. These people that want to change this country into, I don't care if you want to call it Little Mexico, Little Tokyo, Little China, Little Iraq. They have to ask themselves one question. If their country was so damn good and they loved it so damn much, why the fucking hell are they here? What brought them here? I like to think it was the fact that they would have the freedoms here. Because I guarantee you, if they pulled half these protests in the other countries I've been in the world, they would either be in prison or they'd be shot. Pure and simple. Think on that. Really do. This is the old redneck. I'm done with my rant. To my friends that follow me, if you want to leave a comment, Good, bad, or indifferent, I will read them. I will answer them. You got a suggestion for another topic? Post it. God only knows what I'll come up with out of my pea brain that I got up here. But God damn it, let's all get back to being Americans. We all believe in America. Let's take the race out of it. You're not Cuban American. You're not Black American. You're not Latino American. You're not Mexican American. You're not Chinese or Japanese American. You're not Irish. You're not German. You're not French. You're fucking Americans. Let's all pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and start fucking acting like it. That's all this old redneck has to say. It's probably my last video for the year. So to everybody, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And may next year be better. And if saying Christmas offends you, too damn bad. I grew up saying it. Been saying it for 60 years. I'm still going to say it. Merry Christmas to all. And to all, a good night. Take care. Bye.